Welcome back everyone to the channel. Farmer Lisa and J4 Suburban Homesteading. Today we're putting in worm castings from our basement worm farm down in the basement. You remember earlier in the video where I talked about using worm castings as a natural fertilizer. Had to get that out. Why use worm castings? Well, you don't have to worry about the worm castings burning up the roots of your plants. Today we're putting in some sweet potatoes. Okay, so once again, right here we got just regular potatoes. Farmer Lisa is putting in some sweet potatoes. So it's purple potatoes, white potatoes, and sweet potatoes. In this row right here we got all green beans going right there. And then over here we got some, what do we got, Farmer Lisa, on this row?
Green peppers.
Green peppers.
Purple pepper.
Purple peppers. Once again, these are the tomatoes. The tall tomatoes are the store-bought ones. And then the smaller tomatoes, are the heirloom tomatoes. They came from seeds. Back over here, we have the sugar snap peas, and then we got bell peppers, right? Cucumbers, I always mess it up. Cucumbers, sugar snap peas. Water lilies are getting bigger, so we had to bring those in during the winter time. Can't leave those out. So basically drain all the water off and then keep the cats out of it down in the basement, of course. There's Bronxy. Hey Bronx. Alrighty. And then once again, another small batch of sugar snap peas. We got the onions, and then we got the garlic. The garlic's looking a little peaked. We have to keep an eye on that. And then here's a nice little, the Jerusalem artichoke, which I found out that
nothing to do with Jerusalem or artichoke.
Nothing to do with Jerusalem or artichoke. The actual name is sunchokes. So basically, you pull those up, and it's got bulbs that.
An indigenous crop.
It's an indigenous crop that is from the United States. I believe the
Pilgrims came. The Indians showed them how to grow sunchokes to sustain them through the winter.
So, you hear that? So when the Pilgrims came, the Native Americans, they showed the Pilgrims how to grow it so they wouldn't starve over the winter. So that's the Jerusalem artichoke. Nothing to do with Jerusalem or artichokes. It's a sunchoke. Because you know about artichokes. It may choke Artie, but it won't choke me. And then over here on the other side of the fence, we got the pumpkin patch. Looking for the great pumpkin this fall coming out. So if you want to know what the boards are for and the tarp is for, that's to kill the grass. We had it over there, so that's part's been killed. And then over here, to kill the grass on there. So we didn't till that up when we tilled the rest of the garden up, so we laid out this. So basically that allows the vines to spread quicker. They will basically choke out the grass if they were left there. Now this is an interesting thing that we found on the internet, YouTube. So what we got here is a pot, a clay pot that we put into the ground. And it's a terracotta pot, and what we're doing is we're going to water the ground from the bottom side up. So we need to put some water in there, and what you do is you put this terracotta plant or pot into the ground, fill it with water, and it will slowly seep out.
Is there any water in it?
No.
I filled it up yesterday.
Yeah, and so basically,
thing in the bottom of it, but it's all leaked out.
yeah. So basically what it does, it seeps out into the ground at a slow rate. It's the same concept as your soaker hose. But unfortunately, the soaker hose soaks from the top down, and especially during the summer heat, it's going to basically evaporate before the roots can get to the roots. So what you're doing is you're basically creating a water table underneath the ground. So if you ever think about the rivers and lakes or in creeks, there's a water table where the water's at. What that does is it keeps the water down where the roots are.
Strawberry.
And here, I forgot, we got some strawberries here. Compliments of Angelique, who a co-worker of mine. She donated a pot of strawberries to the Suburban Homestead. So thank you, Angelique, for that. And so those are getting some strawberries on it. So of course, you know, when you got strawberries outside, you got competition from the critters. We know that this fencing area is not going to keep them out, so basically got to keep an eye on it. What we do have is a lazy dog sitting right there and a pestering dog right next to him, and that scent can hopefully keep some of the critters away. Not all the critters, but anyway, so that's what we're doing. And see here, this is a bucket full of worm castings, like I said, from our worm bin downstairs. And this basically what that is just, it's worm poop, natural fertilizer. And basically that's what we got here. So you keep it in there, keep it moist, keep it cool, and it's gonna last for a long time. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Once again, make sure you click and subscribe to Farmer Lisa and J4 Suburban Homestead. Everyone have a great Memorial Day, and we'll talk to you later. God bless.